What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another fantastic episode of Under Review, where we look at all the latest and greatest games that come out for a majority of the consoles. This week we are looking at the epic fighting game Soul Calibur 6 has returned. Now, there are a variety of fighting games out there that all offer unique twists to the fighting game genre. However, Soul Calibur is one of those in the series that thrives on story. An adventure that puts smaller fighters against gladiators where weapons are key. Fighting mechanics are the key to all fighting games, and the most important question is answered. Yes, Soul Calibur has it in spades. However, the story is where Soul Calibur to me shines. I had never been a big fan of story modes in fighting games, but with Soul Calibur 6, that option actually changed pretty quickly. Now, you will have two different story modes that you can play through. The first one being Soul Chronicles, which is a standard fighting game story mode where you play any character, all of which have different stories, and you fight against the other remaining cast to find out what happened to the Soul Edge. And then there's the Libra of Souls. And this is the other story mode that features a couple of different gameplay elements. First, you can create your own character, which is not as in-depth as any other games, but does feature some RPG elements. Yes, I said it. RPG elements. You will travel the world where you will cross paths with some notable characters from the character list, and then some of the offbeat nameless characters. Well, the ones with generic names. Now, there's not much in the way of voice acting in this story mode, because a lot of it is text-based. But it kind of left a little bit disappointing, because I actually wanted more of the voice acting to come through in this one. But instead, you actually had to end up reading a majority of it. But it's not like really game breaking. Each mission you complete during this mode will actually earn you XP as well, which you will then use to level up your character. And as you progress, like most RPGs, the game will become harder and adapt to your skills, and the arenas will change, forcing you to switch up your playstyle so that you're not getting too comfortable in any given play scheme. So if you're one of those that plays the same character with the same movesets, this story is going to force you to switch it up. There is also a decision tree, which will change how you feel and act towards other characters in the game. It may not be as game-changing as other games, but this, remember, it's a fighting game. Now, while most fighting games seem to have a steep learning curve due to the simplicity of Soul Calibur, you can actually just jump right into the arena and compete at a reasonable amount of time. So there's not going to be a whole lot of studying and sitting back in the practice arena and trying to learn every nook and cranny of every single character, which is going to involve hours upon hours of skill testing. But Soul Calibur 6 does take past fighting game systems within the series, and layers them on top of each other, which gives veteran Soul players a minute of pause. Which is, there's also a new mechanic called the Reversal Edge, which is a special stance that your character can perform to counter an incoming attack, no matter what the height is. And then there's the Critical Edge, which is like the Soul Calibur equivalent to a super or hyper move. It's a cinematic attack that deals a crucial amount of damage and is built up by attacking, taking damage, or blocking. Pretty standard in the fighting game genre. And Soul Calibur 6 is an every gamer's game, meaning if you're a fan of fighting games, no matter what skill level, you will enjoy this. If you're like me and are a casual fighting fan, and do not feel overwhelmed with learning movesets and performing the perfect combo, you're going to like this game. And you're going to like what it offers. And if you're a veteran fighter, played in tournaments before, you're also going to feel at home. Because there's just enough meat on the bones of this game to keep you engaged and keep the competition level high. This game was actually a surprise for me this year, and I normally do not rate fighting games very, very high. But for SE6, I had to make some sort of an exception. Not to mention the addition of The Witcher to the cast of fighters is such a brilliant move because he fits right in with the characters. So for that, we gave Soul Calibur 6 a very impressive 8.5 out of 10. One of the best fighting games this year. Might even be the only fighting game this year. But a very, very good step forward for the franchise. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm KODX Factor. This is Under Review. And until next time, game on.